Apprehend God in all things, for God is in all things. Every single creature is filled with God and is a book about God. Amen. So if you're keeping like Lenten score, we're at the halfway point right now. So you can kind of check out where you are on the halfway point. And if you've been hanging out at St. John's at all since Lent started, then you know that one of the questions we're trying to get you to address in your own life is one of the deep spiritual questions of life, and that is, who am I? I mean, really, who am I beyond my roles that I play in life? You know, not what job do I do, but who am I in that deep place that we all have? And I've really taken this on. I mean, I really have asked myself this question. Every time I'm praying on some level, I'm asking this. And the last time I was praying, maybe it was because the Academy Awards were on last week, but I just did you see the Academy Awards? Anybody? Show of hands. That's it. Wow. Man, that was a flop, and according to you. Well, so anyway, I knew Adele won. Did you know that? Adele won this for the best song. And as I was thinking about who am I, it led me to the song thing. I get led there a lot. And I was thinking, what would the song of my life be? What would it be? And periodically, and this was one of those times when I was thinking about this, periodically the song of my life is the song I'm about to play. Now, I don't want you to worry about the words. Just get the feel, okay? For those of you who are thinkers, this is going to be miserable for you. But if you can get to your feelings, this is kind of where my life has been at times.
That's great, it starts with an earthquake, birds and snakes, an airplane, and Lenny Bruce is not afraid. I have a hurricane, listen to yourself, churn world serves its own needs, dummy serve your own needs, beat it up an ox, speak, grunt, no strength, the ladder starts to clatter with fear, fight down, high wire and a fire, represented 7 games in a government for hire and a combat site.
So there's my life. That's what it feels like, right? It's the go, 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 rush, 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 hurry, 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 rush, 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 go, 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 hurry, 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 rush, rush, rush. And that's life, my life at times. And now I'm not talking about being busy, because we're all busy, right? In our own ways. If you're alive, on some level, you're busy. Busy doing things, busy visiting people, busy reading, busy with whatever it is you are about. So I get that. We're all busy. But that is not busyness. It's rushing. Busyness is just the external stuff that we have to do. Rushing is an internal spiritual dis-ease. Because rushing is, I never am where I am. I'm always somewhere else. So I'm not at this service right now because I'm thinking about going to my son's basketball game after this. And I'm not at my son's basketball game after this because I'm thinking about what I'm going to do after that. And I'm not where I am after that because I'm thinking about whatever. So I never am where I am. I'm always somewhere else. I'm always on to the next thing in my own mind. Never here. That's rushing. That's a spiritual dis-ease. Could you imagine Moses if he was in the rushing mode? Oh yeah, there's the burning bush. Psst. Right? It's like squirrel. Boom. You know? And that's life. Life gets like that. Mine does, at least. And so the culmination of this rushing in my life happened when I got a speeding ticket. Okay, now, not many people raised their hands for the Oscars. How many people got a speeding ticket? And the rest of you are not telling the truth. So I got a speeding ticket, and a speeding ticket, when you get one, when I get one, I can justify it, I can rationalize it, I can say, oh, you know, those are just those little towns, those little speed traps, they just need money. Or don't the cops have better things to do than pull me over? I'm a good tax-paying citizen. You know, on and on and on and on about my bad luck or this or that. But that's not really what hit me this time. This time, as I was rushing through life, what hit me, this time, yeah. What hit me was, what's the hurry, Thom? Why are you rushing? You know, life goes fast enough. So how come you're always rushing around? What's the rush? I know you're busy. I know you have the next thing to do. But does rushing help busyness? Not mine. So what's the rush? Life goes fast enough. I've never met anybody in the second part of their life, toward the twilight years, who said, you know, my life just went so slow. You know, I had so much time. You know, I wish I hadn't had as much time, quite frankly. No, nobody's ever said that. So what's the rush? So you know what I did in order for the rush, since the wake up was a speeding ticket? I started going the speed limit. Now, how many of you go the speed limit? Liar. Nobody goes the speed limit. Nobody goes the speed limit. Me and the student drivers. That's who goes the speed limit. Nobody else goes. And I've seen you go past me. Every one of you. Seriously, I've been trying to go the speed limit. I tell you, nobody goes. And if you're on a 2-lane road, you're nobody's friend. Everybody hates you if you're going the speed limit and they're behind you. Everybody does. So the thing is even if I'm going the speed limit, that sense of rushing can be there. I'm going slower, that's all. You know, that sense of, I got to get there, but I got to go the speed limit. Okay, so in order for me to really address that spiritual dis-ease that was in me, I had to, it's not exactly what Moses did, but kind of, and certainly what our spiritual ancestors have done. I had to go away, go out into the wilderness, go out. So I got on a plane and flew to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I rented a car, and I drove to a little town called Abiquiu, and I drove to a mountain and parked part of the way up and hiked all the way up to a place called Christ in the Desert Monastery. And I put my phone away, and I had no TV, no radio, and it took me 2.5 days of hiking, 30 miles, just to get all that rush out of me about where I had to be and where I should be going and what should be happening and who might need me at any moment. 2.5 days of hiking and hiking, and beautiful, but I was still rushing. And then finally, I think my body just gave out, just tired. Went and sat down by a big rock, and it was overlooking this beautiful river, blue-green river. If you ever been to New Mexico, God, it really is the land of enchantment. And it's just beautiful. And the sky was that western big sky blue. And I'm just sitting there, and I didn't want to rush. And I was just thanking God for the beauty all around me and that I got to be there. And see, the thing is when I'm rushing, because that beauty's here too. When I'm rushing, I miss it. I miss it all. I miss the sacredness that is this life. And the longer I sat there, the clouds started to come in. Clouds started forming and moving in. And I know that when you see clouds, you can see what you see. I know that. But this one cloud came over, and it seemed to kind of like just hover there. And what I saw was a face. And so it was really kind of a prayer. I said, well, what do you want? And the response was, and I felt this in the depths of my soul, remember that I am in you and you are in me. I am in you and you are in me. Always. When I'm rushing, I miss that too. That deep inside of me, deep inside of my soul, is a sacred place. A place of beauty and calm and stillness. A place where my authentic self really is. And where God dwells. See, but the thing is, it's not just in me, it's in you too. It's in all of us. All the time. But if you're rushing, if I'm rushing, I miss it. I heard a story about Archbishop Desmond Tutu. You know him? He's the Archbishop of South Africa, Nobel Peace Prize winner, just a very holy man. And whenever he meets somebody, he puts his hands together and he bows, I was told. Just like that. And somebody asked him, well, why do you do that? And he said, well, when I come into a church and I see the altar, I'll go before the altar and I'll put my hands together and I bow to honor the sacred presence that the altar represents. So every time I see a person and I'm meeting him or her, I do the same thing. I bow to recognize the sacred presence that is in that person. Because you see, God is in you and in me, and we are in God all the time. So, if you see me driving the speed limit, cut me some slack. Because I'm really trying to meet my authentic self by not rushing. Cut me some slack.